Hello and welcome. This is Jagdalpur and you're watching It's Tomorrow News. Hurricane Dorian heads for the US mainland. As of Saturday, Hurricane Dorian was still moving west at just 8 miles per hour per the National Hurricane Center's updated advisory. Hurricane Dorian gained fearsome new muscle as an extremely dangerous Category 4 storm bearing down on the northwestern Bahamas on Saturday en route to Florida's east coast. Forecasters say Dorian, which had top sustained winds of 225 km per hour on Friday night, will threaten the Florida peninsula late on Monday or early Tuesday. The storm has alarmed forecasters who worry parts of Florida will be enveloped by a strong surge and heavy rain for an extended period when it makes landfall. The Miami-based National Hurricane Center said Dorian was expected to continue strengthening as it moved northwest near the Bahamas and approached Florida. About 4,000 National Guard troops would be mobilized for the hurricane, Florida National Guard Major General said. Early Saturday, Dorian was centered 75 km east of West Palm Beach. It was moving northwest at 170 km per hour. Forecasters warned its slow movement meant Florida could face prolonged winds, storm surge and torrential rain. Dorian is expected to bring a life-threatening storm surge that raises water levels by as much as 3 to 4.5 meters above normal levels in parts of northwest Bahamas, the NHC said. Near the coast, the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. The Bahamas Ministry of Tourism and Aviation said hotels and resorts throughout the island nation have activated hurricane response programs, which typically include boarding up beach-facing windows and encouraging guests to leave. The Grand Bahamas International Airport in Freeport closed to Friday and will not open until September 3, the ministry said in the statement. Dorian was about 355 miles east of the West Palm Beach, Florida on Saturday, sustaining winds of about 150 miles per hour. It was upgraded to a Category 4 system late on Friday and as of Saturday afternoon was approaching Category 5 speed. Forecasters have had to adjust both when and where Dorian may crash into the mainland United States several times in the past few days, baffling officials and residents trying to make preparation. The area lying in Dorian's path is not a major center for tourism, although several cruise ships diverted their routes to avoid the storm. The few hotels in the region are largely closed for the low season. The tropical storm watch is likely to extend north in coming advisories, emphasizing that a slight westward shift could bring Dorian ashore. Martin County, Florida won't issue a mandatory evacuation order at 10 a.m. on Sunday as originally planned, and shelter will not open. A stretch of Florida's east coast from Deerfield Beach to Sebastian Inlet has been placed under a tropical storm watch according to the National Hurricane Center's latest advisory on Hurricane Dorian. Tropical storm force winds are expected in that area. Sunday evening through the center of the storm is still expected to remain offshore and not make landfall in Florida. Dorian could come close to the coast of the Carolinas on Wednesday and Thursday. Mercury plummets to near freezing as flood warnings issued across Britain. BBC weather forecast temperatures to drop at the start of next week with a chilly start on Monday as the Environment Agency issues flood warnings across the nation. Britain is set for plummeting temperatures as the first day of meteorological autumn nears. BBC weather even said some spots in Scotland will be not far from freezing on Monday morning. For Saturday night, BBC weather host Nick Miller forecast now as for those temperatures overnight, we will remember that change of air mass quite widely in single figures as we start the day tomorrow. Sunday, September 1st day of meteorological autumn. There will actually be quite a lot of sunshine, even though it will be a decidedly fresh start to the day. Showers in Scotland from the word to go, some pushing further south and east during the day, some possible thunderstorms, much of South Wales and southern England avoiding them through and staying dry. For Sunday night and into next week, the BBC weather presenter said still a few showers around, particularly towards the northwest of half of the UK, and it will be chilly as Monday starts. There will be some spots not too far away for freezing, sheltered gains in Scotland and some of least into low single figures. Big picture for next week, high pressure always closest to the southern half of the UK, low pressure close to northern parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England. May see a bit of rain at times. Those weather systems may occasionally next week run their way across southern part too, but with hardly rain left. Temperatures do recover a little bit into the start of next week, but as the week goes on they cool off once again as we see the return of once again a northeasterly breeze. Meanwhile, the Environment Agency has also issued 6 flood warnings and 26 alerts for England alongside 11 flood warnings and 10 alerts for Scotland. Wales also has 2 flood warnings and 9 alerts in place. One warning for Warrington issued on Saturday afternoon states the high tide is expected to be higher than usual at the Mercury estuary at Raipur Bridge in the early hours as a result of exceptionally high tides. Low pressure area in the bay to give rains in Jagdalpur, Raipur, Phulbani, Koraput for next 24 hours, floods in Hyderabad. The cyclonic circulation is moving away from Odisha, therefore rainfall activity has dipped and now remains confined over southern district only. While Chhattisgarh has received widespread moderate rains. At present, the system persists over Chhattisgarh and adjoining East Madhya Pradesh. In the past 24 hours, Drug and Jagdalpur recorded 12.2 mm and 63.4 mm of rains respectively, while Odisha's Koraput recorded 45.2 mm followed by Puri 8.9 mm, Sambalpur 7.4 mm and rest places witnessed light rains. Today, we expect scattered light rains over western and southern part of Odisha and most parts of Chhattisgarh. The activity will be mainly light to moderate in nature. Post 24 hours, the activity will further slow down. But rains will not stop immediately over those two states as other low pressure area is likely to form in the Bay of Bengal around September 2. Thus, rain activity will once again pick up the pace over Chhattisgarh and Odisha. Already both states are in normal category wherein Odisha is deficit by -4% and Chhattisgarh by -3%. The states of Chhattisgarh will witness widespread rains activities wherein Raipur, Ranjangaon, Bilaspur and Jagdalpur are likely to be affected more. Whereas Malkangiri, Koraput, Phulbani and Sambalpur in Odisha will see good rains and the southern districts are likely to observe widespread rainfall activities. Heavy rains in Karnataka and Telangana have destroyed properties and affected the daily life of people. Here are the 2 videos of how downpour has caused floods and is affecting the people of Hyderabad in Telangana and Uttar Kannada district in Karnataka. At Hanover, Bhatkal in Uttar Kannada district, which was seen gushing through the roads, making it impossible for people to come out of their houses. School remained closed today. Hyderabad too experienced heavy rains and people had to struggle to walk through the flooded roads. At present, positive Indian Ocean dipole conditions are being observed in the Indian Ocean and the conditions are likely to continue during the rest of the monsoon season. The IOD effect the strength of monsoon over the Indian subcontinent. The sea surface temperature is also slightly higher than the normal, therefore leading to the formation of one after another low pressure area over North and Northeast Bay of Bengal. The last low pressure area was formed over northwest Bengal of an adjoining Odisha coast, but it weakened very quickly as soon as it entered in interior parts. The system followed a westward track and moved across central India, giving widespread rains over Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and some more parts of Gujarat and South Rajasthan. Even Vidarbha and Telangana were impacted by this system. The new low pressure area is likely to form around September 2 and over North Bay of Bengal and adjoining gigantic West Bengal. At present, the cyclonic circulation in the lower level is seen over the northeast Bay of Bengal, which is gradually intensifying. Cyclonic storm Podul on its way to affect the Indian mainland. Several provinces in Upper Thailand have been hard hit by heavy rain brought by the tropical storm Podul since last night, with Khon Kin among the hardest hit. Floodwater was reported to be as high as 3 meters in some districts. Several areas were submerged, especially non-Sawang and non-Siard communities in Tambang, Nai Muang in Banpai district. People flocked local roads waiting for help from authorities after their houses were submerged overnight. Some families were stranded and were waiting on their roofs. Strong currents were reported in this area. Multiple vehicles were submerged in these waters. Now the storm is reported to be weakening as it moves further west. After including heavy rains and ferocious winds over Vietnam, Storm Podul has now already crossed the country while weakening into a depression. It is presently over Laos and located at 70 north and 106 east side. In other 12 hours of the storm will traverse over the Thailand. Podul might spend about 48 hours in Thailand before it crosses over to Burma. The storm may again enter the sea into Bay of Bengal as a low pressure area around September 1 and 2. After bringing damagingly gusty winds and thunder showers over the North Philippines, tropical storm Podul might cross close to the southern province of China, Henan, today, that is Thursday. Podul might bring locally damaging winds and flooding downpours to the southern parts of the island. After bringing damagingly gusty winds and thunder showers over North Philippines, tropical storm Podul might cross close to the southern province of China, Henan, today, that is Thursday. Podul might bring locally damaging winds and flooding downpours to the southern parts of the island. Just after traversing close to Henan, the storm is expected to make a landfall on North Vietnam just a day after, on Friday. Thereafter, as it makes a landfall, the storm might lose its intensity while hovering over the terrains of Vietnam, Laos and Thailand. Cities such as Da Nang, Ha Tin and surrounding areas are put on alert as these locations are the ones to bear the maximum brunt of storms Podul with strong winds and torrential rains. The rainfall intensify will then shift westward as Podul treks into Laos and then Thailand by Friday night. Residents are alerted against any possible mishappenings and they pay heed to the advice rolled out by the local authorities. Despite losing winds strength as Podul moves inland, heavy tropical rainfall will move inland along the center and southern side of the storm into southeastern Asia. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News, Jagdalpur. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe.
Please like,